Hey guys, it's Martin Cliffe here and welcome to episode 2 of my new Tone Thursday series. Hope the sound is okay today. I'm trying out a different miking technique. Now in this video, which will be a little shorter than last week, we're just going to look at how different kind of pedals and different tones responds to two different types of guitar. In this case I will be using my Gibson Les Paul Traditional and blue, which is my Suhr S4, and we're going to be looking at the same pedal board as last week, and in particular how the amp itself, and then how the fuzz and the overdrive and maybe the compressor responds to the difference between a heavy duty humbucker equipped solid body guitar and a more stratty type guitar with single coils in the neck and middle respond. So I'm going to be doing a lot of switching, so I'll probably do some quick edits. I'm aware the guitar is kind of drifting off the bottom of the camera. Unfortunately my camera angle is a little bit awkward today, working on that. But yeah, so to give you some kind of basic amp tones, here is bridge humbucker, neck single coil, quick change. So bridge humbucker on the Les Paul, and neck humbucker. So the vintage sort of style humbucker in this is slightly lower output, I think, than the bridge humbucker on the Suhr, which is their SSV Plus model. But the neck humbucker, I think, is obviously definitely thicker sounding and slightly higher output than the neck single coil on the Suhr. So if we switch to the Rufus first, fuzz. Obviously that's generating some noise, but I'll do same again, bridge humbucker, neck humbucker, switch guitar, bridge humbucker, neck pickup. back. Same again on the bridge pickup halfway back. So definitely thinner, kind of twangy, bit of fun. So bridge humbucker all the way up. Higher output pickup is definitely slamming the fuzz harder and making it distinctly fuzzier. Neck. And then halfway back. So I'd like to know your thoughts on that. For me, I'm hearing that the guitar rolls back on the Les Paul. It does a nice job of thinning up the fuzz tone. I really like the Les Paul with the Rufus. It's a really good combination, and it's. I think the lower output pickups make it less kind of a little bit less fuzzy, a little bit more just kind of like a really nice overdrive. And you can roll it back and it thins up and it becomes almost telly-like, not actually telly-like, but almost, because of it brightening up, because of the way the fuzz brightens up the signal. On blue, bridge pickup on full on the fuzz is almost too much unless I really want really thick sounding sort of single notes that sound like chords. But roll back, it gives me a really sort of nice tone, a very different tone. I think this is the main thing, is that two guitars are just giving me completely different tones with the same pedal and the same settings on everything. And then while it's noisy, neck single coil going through the fuzz, again it's just, there are no bad sounds with the way I've got it set, so that's pretty cool. Looking next at the Sheba drive, which is a very light drive the way I've got it set. Just without. And roll that back and it just cleans up. Neck pickup. And again, roll back halfway. So at that point on the next single coil, it's not making a huge amount of difference to the tone compared with being off on full volume, but just kind of sounds a bit more tubular. Just a cool tone. Again, just to remind you, without halfway back. That's just a wonderful sound. Definitely doesn't sound like a Telecaster when the lines roll back going through the overdrive. Just a different way that an overdrive responds from the way that a fuzz responds when you're using a different type of guitar and you're rolling back the volume and stuff. The overdrive, it stays thick, it stays fat, it just the gain comes down and it just cleans up a bit. Again, that to me sounds completely different. I absolutely adore both tones, both this and the Suhr through this rig, through these pedals, but they are very different. That bridge full on is just the ultimate kind of rock rhythm tone. And then that neck pickup on full will just sing for days. Just fabulous tone. So yeah, that's two different pedals, two different guitars. Just kind of hearing how the two go together. Hopefully that's given you some ideas for maybe you're looking to buy a new guitar and you're thinking, well, do I buy a dual humbucker guitar like a Les Paul or whatever, or do I buy a more Stratty type guitar? Both definitely have their place if you're recording or even playing live, particularly for recording. It's great to have both. Live, I am 9 times out of 10 gonna choose a Suhr. Obviously having 3 means that I've got a backup. It would have to be the right kind of guitar, the right kind of gig to take this out. If I'm doing a kind of straight ahead rock gig with plenty of rhythm playing, then it would be a good thing to have this in the arsenal. Or certainly if I'm doing blues. But if I'm doing something more, I don't know, a country gig or somewhere where I'm playing more lead, definitely the Suhr would be my choice. Or maybe I'd take one of each, who knows. Okay guys, hope that's been of interest to you. Next week, hopefully I'll have a bit more time and I'm going to look at stacking pedals on this board, and then we're going to talk in future weeks about a couple of different things, like how you put extra pedals into a rig, or how I do using a slave pedal board or whatever. And I'm also going to do a video on essentially building a pedal board. I'm going to rebuild this board, and so we can just show you how I put it together and how I think is a good way to do it. Okay, I hope that's been of interest. It's a nice time. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.